Since the marriage till now, Lu Jinian had never made the first move with Qiao Hao. This was the first time. A woman's intuition told Qiao Hao that Lu Jinian didn't call her to talk about the script at all. Yet, she couldn't figure out why he'd ask for her. She returned to the hotel room confused, grabbed the script, and walked into the elevator. As she saw the red numbers turn, she remembered that time she had went to Lu Jinian's room to give him the script. She remembered that destructive scene where he tossed her around and couldn't help but shiver. It made her feel even more nervous. When the elevator doors opened, Qiao Hao walked out, passing through the empty, quiet corridors. She stopped for a moment and gripped hard the script as she headed for Lu Jinian's door. Standing before the room 1001, Qiao Hao took a deep breath and pushed the doorbell with a trembling finger. When Lu Jinian heard the doorbell, he didn't get up to open the door but walked over to the desk. He picked up his own script and walked into the bathroom. Then, without a hint of hesitation, he ripped up 2 to 3 pages and flushed them down the toilet. He waited for the pages to flush completely before leaving the bathroom and opening the door for Qiao Hao. After the doorbell had rung for quite some time with no one opening the door, Qiao Hao assumed that Lu Jinian wasn't in. Suddenly, just as she was about to let out a sigh of relief, the door opened. Qiao Hao's body stiffened. She held her breath, then raised her eyes to find Lu Jinian standing in front of her. Before she could clearly see his face, she lowered her head and quietly said, "Mr. Lu, you asked me to come over with my script. Is there something you need?" Lu Jinian didn't bother with Qiao Hao's words but shifted his body aside to make way for her. He said in a cold voice, "Come in." When Qiao Hao walked past Lu Jinian, he softly closed the door. Ka-cha! And Qiao Hao's body couldn't resist trembling. Her footsteps stopped, her mind conflicted for a moment, then she turned around. She faced Lu Jinian and repeated her question, "Mr. Lu, is there something you need?" Like before, Lu Jinian didn't answer her. In fact, this time, he didn't say a word. His silence made Qiao Hao feel extremely pressured. She could sense his annoyance. Right then, Qiao Hao was scared stiff. She thought he was going to go off once again. Half a minute went by and Lu Jinian suddenly spoke in a calm voice, "I can't find my script, so give me yours. I'll make a copy."